Convicted for killing around 1200 people, charged for crimes against humanity, accused of genocide, murder, abduction, rape, detention, torture, grievous injury, looting and arson, sentenced to death by none other than International Crimes Tribunal in 2014. But now, ATM Azharul Islam walks free. This politician from Bangladesh, you heard it right, a politician, was acquitted by a full 7-member bench of Bangladesh's Supreme Court led by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed. This is the same Azharul Islam who fought for Pakistan during Bangladesh's War of Liberation. He is the same who was a part of known terror groups that targeted the Indian forces fighting East Pakistan's butchers. And now, in an unprecedented decision, the Appellate Division rescinded its own judgment that upheld the death sentence. And the State's Council hails it as a move forward. The decision by the Apex Court of Bangladesh raises serious questions on the political landscape of the neighboring country. It seems that Bangladesh has moved away from the principles that it set forth way back in 1971 when it was freed from the tyranny of Pakistan. This is no more the Shonar Bangla of Sheikh Mujibur. And perhaps that's why those who not only sided with Islamabad during the Liberation War but also collaborated with the Pakistani army will soon be roaming freely on the streets of Bangladesh. Could this Supreme Court's judgment be pivotal in the history of Bangladesh? If so, why? Who is this Azharul Islam whose release will raise serious concerns across the subcontinent? What does this mean for the growing nexus between Pakistan and Bangladesh under the interim government in Dhaka? And why is this development potentially concerning for India? Is this the new Bangladesh under Nobel Prize winner Muhammad Yunus? Let's understand. On May 27th, the 7th bench of Bangladesh's Supreme Court ended a decade-long legal battle when it overturned its own judgment, acquitting Jamaat-e-Islami leader ATM Azharul Islam. Bangladesh's top court went on to direct jail authorities to release Azharul without delay. State Counsel Ghazi M.H. Tamim reportedly said that the top court's decision has elevated country's current judicial system to international standards. Islam was picked up from his home in Mohg Bazar in Dhaka in 2012 and was slapped with 9 charges of crimes against humanity. On December 2014, the International Crimes Tribunal sentenced Jamaat-e-Islami leader to death under 3 of those 9 charges. Additionally, he was sentenced to 25 years of imprisonment. Just a month later, in January 2015, the convict submitted a petition to the Appellate Division claiming his innocence. However, in 2019, the death penalty was upheld. Remember, all this happened under the now ousted Sheikh Hasina government. The charges against the Islamist leader are not only serious, but also reveal the gory details of the crimes that this man was involved in. In 1971, Islam was accused of abducting 11 civilians. He tortured them for 7 days before finally executing them at the Dokhi Ganj crematorium. Collaborating with the Pakistani army, he attacked villages, killed unarmed civilians and plundered their homes even as Bangladesh's own Mukti Bahini fought Islamabad. We remember Mukti Bahini because Islam is also linked to Al-Badr, a militia that fought on Pakistan's side in the Liberation War. Islam was a part of the systematic attack on Hindu villages, which resulted in killing of around 1200 people. Thousands were raped and many more left homeless. These are just some of the charges hurled against this barbaric man. You would be wondering, why is this a concern for India? We will have to dig a little deeper to understand this. Islam was allowed to file a fresh appeal before the top court only on February 27 this year. Note how this came just months after Sheikh Hasina's ouster in August 2024. This also comes just months before the probable elections, which are supposed to be announced anytime soon. Someone who openly sided with Pakistan in the Liberation War, inflicted inhumane atrocities against the Bengali-speaking population and against the Mukti Bahini, has now been allowed to walk free. Like before, he could contest elections, especially when Hasina's return to the country looks far from reality. What's more, Hasina's party itself has been banned from contesting future polls. Ever since Sheikh Hasina has been forcibly ousted, Pakistan's influence over Bangladesh, its former colony, seems to have returned. Notably, first foreign secretary level talks in 15 years were held between the two nations. Direct flights and most importantly, military relations too have been revived. Visa procedures have been eased and the two countries are reportedly planning cooperation on security matters. In February, Bangladesh Navy also participated in a multinational maritime exercise organized by Pakistan. Multiple meetings between Yunus and Pak Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif too tell a tale that officials' dispatches have unsaid. India must be watching these developments closely. The loss of an ally in the region, coupled with the growing bonhomie between Islamabad and Dhaka, is certainly a concern for New Delhi.